It's Bruce Phares here with Windermere Real Estate in Seattle. It's the 21st of March. Let's go ahead and jump in. Thought I'd give you a pretty picture here from our Vashon location this morning. Here we are. Let's move across. Dow Jones, 17.30 negative for the last 5 days, but we had a couple of days where things looked like they weren't going to be so ugly. And then our Friday was down 4.55. Mortgage rates pushing up a little bit. That's going to influence some of the decisions being made, but the big elephant in the room is, of course, the coronavirus. A lot of money was taken out of the back markets, and as a result of that, banks had to push up their rates in order to slow that down. But I'm seeing here that there's indications that that might be short term. So we'll see what next week holds for us. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats real quickly. Let me blow this up so it's a lot easier to read. I'm going to bring this down a little bit here. There we go. And grab my focus. Okay, so first thing, new actives crest yesterday, 471 for the year, the total amount on market. And we've been having it's what started to be a surge. That's been holding consistent in terms of the one-day inventory coming onto market, 196 in the 7-day. That's still just a little bit below where it was. Highest number for the year is 214. So 471 total makes sense. Pending inspections, they continue to hold in this lower section here. Not a big portion of what's going on. The total pendings crested at 527 a couple of days ago. We're still just right below 500 in terms of total. Looking at newly actives of 471 total versus current pendings at 500. You can see the relationship there. Those going off market in 6 days or less. This is the big kahuna, as I like to call it, crested at 296 a couple of days ago for total, and the largest amount we'd seen all year long, at 20 in 1 day. 20 transactions were accepted that had less than 6 days on market. That was quite a hit at that point in terms of pulling inventory out. Totals of pending and pending inspection then unsurprisingly or expectedly also had a crest on those two sets of numbers. But here's where we're seeing the relationship change a little bit, and so the tides are pulling out a little bit here as well. The pendings and pending inspections, their percentage of the actives on a weekly basis are, as you can see, we're starting to recede down here. The pendings and pending inspections relationship to new actives and the total also is coming down. Where's our year high? 148%, just under 150% a few weeks ago. And we're at 115%. This is clearly moving down, so we'll see what happens the next week. But given what's going on and the self-imposed shelter in place that's mostly taking place in Seattle, we're seeing a lot of this. This is going to increase. We'll say it's going to increase and it's diminishing. How about that? Double negative. 6-day off market in relationship to total pendings still stays strong and high. So this in relationship to this is still staying above 50%. And that's quite strong. However, the 6-day percentage, 6-day off market percentage to new actives in a weekly time frame, that's dropping from where it was above 50 here, and we have declined, and we're coming down to 35%. That's getting a little bit more balanced market. So our numbers would be, here's our 7-day of 196 on market versus 68 going off market in 6 days or less, and that's giving us the 35%. NWMLS Mkt Watch, they do a similar thing we do. 148 new actives, 142 new pendings. So we just dropped back down below 100% for the second time. That is, here's our year high at 167%. And then we dropped down below the 100% earlier in this week, and then punched back up a little bit above and back down to 96%. So that is what's going on there. Let's take a quick look here. Here are where the actives are currently located. Here's our concentration of the pendings currently. And then this gives you perspective. There's our pending inspections, those that are actually in contingency phase. And those two last sets were for those that were off market in 6 days or less. If I take out the throttle of the 6 days or less, let's see here, we can do this and zoom in. We'll see a lot more, obviously. So it's 533 versus 284 in terms of those that are off market in 6 days or less. So that's it for the this day in Seattle real estate. It used to be this week in Seattle real estate, but we're doing this on a daily basis. You can always access the actual graph that we use, you're able to take a look at that if you'd like. That's tinyurl.com/Seattle Real Estate Daily Stats, one word. Seattle Real Estate Daily Stats, one word. And you're also welcome to take a look at the video anytime. tinyurl.com This Week in Seattle Real Estate, and that'll get you to the most recent video. Bruce Phares, Windermere Real Estate. Take good care. Be healthy. Be well. And look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.